So welcome, welcome, my friends. We are going to start our practice today in child's pose with a little bit of relaxation and breathing. So grab a towel or blanket if you want to pad your knees a little bit, and just put it across your mat like a T, like I'm doing here. And then we'll come on to the hands and knees. And separate your knees as wide as is comfortable. Untuck the toes and bring the big toes to touch. Draw the hips back to the heels, stretch the arms out, and bring your forehead either to the mat, or you can always place your forehead on a block like this if your forehead doesn't reach the mat. Another little trick, if you don't have a block, is to stack your fists on top of each other and rest your head there. Okay, so just take a moment. You can explore these different options and see what feels good in your body. And just start to take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. And with each exhale, suggesting to your body to soften and relax. With each inhale, noticing what it feels like to breathe in. The way the belly expands, the way your lungs fill with air. The temperature of the air as you inhale. And then notice the way that it feels to exhale. The belly draws in. The lungs collapse or get a little bit smaller as we breathe the air out. And notice the temperature of the air on the exhale. And we're going to spend about a minute here in child's pose. Just giving ourselves this time to settle down, to observe our breath, and to feel any sensations in the body that arise in this posture. If your mind feels really active, just bring your attention back to your breathing and see if you can follow the cycles of your breath. The inhale, the pause at the top of the inhale, the exhale, and the pause at the bottom of the exhale. See if you can follow 4 more cycles of breath. And after your next exhale, we'll slowly start to walk the hands a little bit closer towards us so that the hands are about a foot or so in front of our bodies. We'll take the left hand and slide it over towards the right side of your mat and come into a little twist. So lower your shoulder and lower your head to rest or come close to resting on that left arm. Press your right fingertips into the floor and just draw the right shoulder back. So you should feel a little twist in your spine, like a gentle twist here. You can slide that left hand a little bit farther away from you, a little bit farther to the right if you'd like a deeper twist. And then follow your cycles of breath in this pose. So inhale, feel your belly expand. Exhale, feel the belly draw in. One more breath. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. And then press the right hand into the floor and come back up onto your hands. And just take a moment to pause, feel your spine, feel any difference from the left side to the right side. And then we'll try the other side. So we'll take the right hand, slide it over to the left side of the mat, slide it forward, and then lower the right shoulder, lower the right ear towards the arm. Come onto the left fingertips and draw the left shoulder back. Deepen the breath here. Full inhale, feel the belly expand. Exhale, belly draws in. And one more, inhale. And exhale. And then flatten that left hand, press yourself back up onto the hands. As you exhale, let your chin drop towards the chest. Inhale, roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. And just do that one more time on your own. Okay. And then from here, we'll bring the knees together and tuck the toes. Sit back on the heels and just feel that stretch in the bottoms of your feet and in the backs of your toes. Flatten your hands on the floor and gently shift your hips towards the right. You're going to feel the stretch move to that right pinky toe. Be really gentle. And then shift your hips slowly to the left. And then feel the stretch move into that left pinky toe. And just play with that a couple times on your own. Noticing if there are any areas of your feet or your toes that feel particularly sensitive. Good, and then come back to the center. Walk your hands forward into tabletop. We'll untuck the toes. Feel the tops of the feet on the mat. And then we'll tap the tops of the feet on the floor. Good. All right. So from here, let's come to a seated position. So you can move your blanket out of the way here, or your towel if you have one. And we're going to extend the right leg out to the right side as much as is comfortable. flex the toes on that right foot and then press your thigh into the mat. Okay. Try to get your toes facing up towards the ceiling as best as you can. And then the left foot just tucks in towards you. Okay. So sit up nice and tall, shoulders over the hips, crown of the head over your tailbone. And take a deep breath in as you lengthen the spine. And then look over towards that right foot and just place the right hand against the inner calf. Okay. From here, slide that hand towards the ankle until you start to feel a nice stretch through the inner thigh. And then take the left hand to the hip. Okay. From here, draw the left shoulder back and gaze up towards the ceiling. Press the back of that right hand against the inner leg or the inner foot, wherever you can reach. And so it's helping you to just find a little bit of twist in the spine, drawing the top shoulder back and looking up towards the ceiling. And deepen the breath here. If you want a little more stretch, you can come down a little bit closer towards that right leg. Inhale, feel your belly expand, follow the breath. Focus your eyes on one point. Exhale, holding here. 2 more breaths. Inhale, follow your breath to the top. Exhale, holding here. And inhale, last one. And on your exhale, if it feels good, you can see if you can come a little bit deeper into the stretch, maybe reaching the right hand a little bit farther away from your body, perhaps lowering your body a little closer to the leg. And then with the left hand, we're going to sweep it out in front of us and then bring it up and over the head. So your arm is close to that left ear. And just reach through those fingertips and feel the stretch down the left side of your waist. Breathe in. Good. Exhale. Release that hand to the floor. Press yourself up nice and slow. Take a moment to pause in the middle as you sit tall. And then we'll switch. So bend that right leg and tuck it in towards you. Extend the left leg out. Okay. So again, sitting nice and tall. Find the amount of stretch that feels just right for you. Okay, so flex those left toes, press the thigh down into the mat, and point the toes to the ceiling. Okay. And then see if you can just sit up nice and tall. Just rest your hands maybe on your legs or fingertips in front of you. Shoulders over the hips, crown of the head over the tailbone. So even just sitting like this, you'll notice you can have to engage a lot of muscles in your core, your abdominals, your lower back, your hip flexors. Good. And then as you look over towards the left foot, place your hand against the inner calf. And then we'll slowly start to lean over towards that side. Take the right hand on the hip, draw the right shoulder back, and just peek up towards the ceiling. So this left hand is pressing against the inner leg. You can lower down a little farther, find the perfect amount of stretch for your body. You should feel this especially through that left inner leg, maybe down through the right lumbar area of the spine as well. Focus your eyes on one point, and let's follow our breath here. So inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. And inhale, 1. And exhale, 1. And then slide the right hand in front of your body. Bring it up and over the head. So big side stretch here. Extend those fingertips out away from you, as far away from that right hip as you can. So you're really lengthening down the right side. Take a deep breath. Good. Exhale. Release. Bring the hands out in front of you. Slowly press yourself back up. Take a moment to pause. Sit tall. And then we'll use the hands to bend the left leg. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can feel that in your hips. And then extend the legs out in front of you. So let's do one more stretch here before we start to move and come to stand. I'm going to face to the side here. Come into Dandasana. So this is staff pose. The legs are straight, feet are flexed, and we're pressing those thighs down into the mat. Hands on your thighs, sit tall like you're sitting against a wall. Hug the shoulder blades down the back. Take a deep breath in and raise the arms up above you. As you exhale, hinge forward at your hips, reach through your fingertips and come down into a forward fold. Let your chin come to the chest, palms to the floor. And take a moment just to feel the back side of your body. And then on your inhale, reach the arms out in front of you. Flex your feet, press through your thighs, and slowly come back up. Okay, we're going to do that 3 times. Exhale, 3. Coming down into forward bend. Inhale, reach forward, press the thighs down, and come on up. Nice and slow. Exhale, reach forward, 2. Forward bend. Inhale, reach forward, and come up. Exhale, 1. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, reach forward and come back up. And now we're going to do one last one, and we're going to hold at the bottom. So exhale all the way down. Let your head relax, let your arms relax, and let your legs relax. So it's like you're just flopping down into this forward fold like a rag doll. Gently rock the head side to side like you're shaking the head no. And then let your head rest in the middle. And let's take 3 deep breaths here, following each cycle of breath one at a time. Inhale, 3. Belly expands, chest rises to the chin. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 1. Slowly walk your hands towards you. Roll yourself up 1 vertebra at a time until you're sitting tall. Come back into Dandasana. Flex your feet, hands on your thighs, and press your thighs into the mat. Hug the shoulder blades down the back. Look forward. Focus your eyes on one point. And let's just take a moment to pause here in Dandasana. And just feel all the muscles in your body working together to help you stay in this tall, upright, seated position. without rounding the back, without slumping the shoulders. You'll notice your abdominals engaged, your lower back working, your hip flexors working. And just feel your whole body working together here. One more breath. And release. Okay. So from here, we're going to bend the knees, bring the feet hip width apart, and then walk yourself down onto your back for easy bridge. So lower your head to the floor, bring your ankles under the knees, and bring the knees hip width apart. If you have a block, place it between your thighs so your knees stay hip width apart. Remember, you can rotate your block 3 ways. And then place your hands on the mat, palms down. Look to the ceiling, feel your feet and your toes on the floor. On your inhale, press through your feet and start to lift your hips. Lift, lift, lift until your body stops on its own, and find your edge. Relax your jaw, relax the back of the neck. On your exhale, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. 4 more times, just like that. Inhale, float your hips up. Find your edge. Press through the feet, lift the hips. Exhale, roll down. Three more times. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 1. Hold at the top. As you exhale, stay here, lifting the hips. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Feel the heat building in your body. Feel the strength building. Inhale, 1. Relax your jaw. Exhale, lower down. Move your block to the side if you have one. Bring your knees into the chest, and we're going to roll up and down. If this doesn't feel good for your spine, then you don't have to roll up and down. You can just roll to your side and then come to a seated position. If you're rolling, we're going to do 2 more rolls. Start to get that blood moving, that energy flowing. And then come all the way to sit. And then we'll roll onto hands and knees and make our way into downward facing dog. So tuck those toes, float the hips up. And just pedal the feet out. Feel into your downward facing dog. Maybe shake the head out a little bit. From downward facing dog, shift the weight to your left foot. Reach the right leg up and back as high as you can. Exhale the knee to nose. Come into Crescent Lunge. So find your balance first and then sweep the arms forward and up. Find a point to focus your eyes. Reach the left heel back. Breathe in. Exhale, reach down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, Crescent Lunge. So take your time, find your balance first, and then float the arms up. Breathing in. And then exhale down. Downward facing dog. Okay. Let's try that one more time. Shift the weight to the left foot, reach the right leg up and back. This time bend the knee and stack the right hip over the left. Little hip opener here. And then on your exhale, square the hips, bring that leg forward, and crescent lunge. As you exhale, hold it here. Keep reaching that left heel back, gazing at one point in front of you. Breathe in. As you exhale, we're going to reach the arms out to the sides and then beside the hips. And as you do that, just lean your chest forward so it's hovering right above the knee. And then inhale, come back up. Reach the arms up. And then exhale, hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg up. Bend the knee and stack the left hip over the right. Breathe in. Exhale, square the hips, step the leg through. Crescent lunge. Take a moment to find your balance once you're here. And then when you feel ready, really strong legs. So hug your inner thighs towards each other. Float the arms down beside the hips and hover right over that front leg, that front knee. Take a breath. Exhale out. And then inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to the mat and downward facing dog. Breathing in. Exhale, soften your knees, look forward, and step or jump to the top as you exhale. Inhale, come halfway up. Long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up above you. And touch your palms above the head, look up. And exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Good. From here, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Big stretch. Lift the heart, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Open the arms wide. Forward bend. Relax the head. Bring your forehead a little closer to your shins. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bring your fingertips to the floor and step that left leg back. Come into crescent lunge once again. Floating the arms up. This time, as you exhale, hug your inner thighs towards each other so you feel really strong in the legs. Look down at your right knee, make sure it's right above that ankle. And then we're just going to twist towards the right. So reach that right arm back, reach the left arm forward. Keep squeezing your inner thighs together. Open the arms out like a big T. Good, take one breath here. Exhale, hold. Good, inhale, reaching up. And exhale, float the hands down and step into plank pose. Top of a push-up here. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. You can drop the knees first, bend the elbows, come onto the belly, untuck the toes. Hug the shoulder blades down and back. Press through your hips and lift the chin and chest. Baby Cobra. Breathing here. So in Baby Cobra, we are squeezing the shoulder blades down and back. And we're not putting any weight on the hands. You might even pick the hands up off the mat for a moment. And just feel the muscles in the back side of your body working here. Take one more breath. Exhale, lower down, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward and step or jump to the top of your mat. Forward fold. As you inhale, come halfway up, long spine, press the thighs back. Exhale, forward fold. Oh, feel those hamstrings, feel the spine. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, come to stand. Touch your palms above the head, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up once again. Big stretch, reach the heart up, look to the thumbs, and exhale, swan dive forward. Feel your body here. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step the left leg back this time. Come into your crescent lunge once again. So take a moment just to establish your balance. Make sure you have a strong foundation that you're working with. Hug your inner thighs towards your midline. Draw your lower belly in. And then gently twist towards the left, reaching the left arm back and the right arm forward. Find a point to focus your eyes. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Step into plank pose once again. Breathing in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale into baby cobra, or press your hands down and come up a little higher for a more full cobra here if you like. If full cobra feels a little too intense, walk your hands forward and come into seal pose. Bring your hands about mat width apart, turning the fingers to the sides, to the corners of your mat. This is also a nice option for a back bend here. Let's take a couple breaths. Finding a point to focus those eyes, drawing the shoulders down and back wherever you are. Feeling your body, feeling your breath. Last inhale. And then exhale, lowering back down. Come into your last downward facing dog for today. Nice long spine. You can pedal your feet out a little bit here. Shake the head. Spread the fingers wide. Breathing in. And breathing out. From here, we'll shift the weight to the left foot. Bring the right leg up and back and come into pigeon pose. So bring the right knee towards the right wrist. Place the shin on the floor. And try to get your shin as parallel to the short edge of the mat as you can. Now, it's not going to be parallel, but you are trying to bring that right foot a little bit higher. And as long as it feels comfortable for you, okay, you don't want to hurt your knee. If it hurts your knee, then bend your knee a little bit more. Slide the left foot back and then untuck your toes once your hips have come to the floor. And we'll just gently rock side to side a little bit here, feeling into the left hip flexor, the outer right hip. And if this doesn't feel good for you, if it hurts your knees or your hips, then I want you to come onto your back and I'll show you reclining pigeon. Okay, if you want to stay here, you can stay here, or you can lower down onto your forearms and relax your head like this. If you'd like to try reclining pigeon, which is more gentle on the joints, I love this pose. You're going to come down onto your back, bend the knees, and place the right ankle on the left thigh like this. Flex the right foot and press the right knee away from you. From here, you can play with just rocking those legs a little bit side to side, like so. Or if you want a little more intensity, a deeper stretch, you can bring the left knee towards you and then hold behind the left hamstring or the left shin. And this is a great stretch as well for that outer right hip without putting so much pressure on the knee joint. It's also a little more gentle for the hips. Breathe deeply wherever you are. And just take note of how you're feeling in this posture. What sensations are coming up for you? Does anything feel like it needs to be adjusted? Maybe you want to come a little deeper or less deep into the posture. What is your body asking you for right now? Breathing deeply. Soften your eyes, soften your jaw. Relax your head. Relax your eyebrows. Take one more breath here. If you're in reclining pigeon, gently release the leg and just bring both feet to the floor, knees bent, and pause there for a moment. If you're in the first variation, pigeon pose, slowly press yourself up onto your hands and come into downward facing dog slowly, just so you can stretch and then transition to the other side. And whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and get transition to the other side. So the left knee comes forward this time, or if you're in reclining pigeon, the left ankle comes to the right thigh. Flex the foot and press the left knee away from you. And then hug the right knee towards you. So find the depth of the pose that feels just right on this side. And then find your breath. Follow the rhythms, the cycles of the inhale and that pause, and the exhale and the pause. Softening your face, your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders. And just softening all parts of your body that don't need to be contracted to hold this posture. So letting go of whatever is unnecessary tension. And take one more breath. And gently release. Bring your feet to the floor if you're in reclining pigeon. If you're in regular pigeon, go ahead and stretch it back into down dog one last time. And then come down to meet the rest of us on your back on the floor. And then once you're there, just pull your knees into the chest and rock gently side to side. And we're going to lower the knees towards the right. And you can use your right hand to kind of guide the knees down. And if they don't comfortably reach the floor, you might take a block or a pillow underneath that right leg. And extend that left arm out to the left and gaze over towards that arm. Deep breaths in and out, up and down the spine. After your next exhale, pull your belly in towards the spine. Bring the knees back to center. And bring your feet down just to recenter your hips. And place your pillow or block on the left side. And then bring the knees to the chest. And lower them down to the left. Right arm extends out. Gaze towards the right hand. Or up to the ceiling if that feels better. And breathe here. On your next exhale, pull the belly in, bring the knees back to center. Wrap the arms around the legs, squeeze in tight into a little ball. Tighten the whole face. And then stretch the face, stick out the tongue, and roll the eyes back. And release. Bring your head to the floor. Extend the legs, come into Shavasana. Or any favorite relaxation pose. In Shavasana, the hands are away from the body, palms up, feet apart, toes to the sides, and the body resting on the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and sigh the breath out the mouth. Just allowing yourself to rest here. Feeling the belly rise and fall with the breath. Nothing else to do. I'll let you know when it's time to come out by ringing the bowl. Shanti. Begin to deepen the breath. Feeling your belly rise and fall, body breathing itself. Wiggle the fingers and the toes, roll the hands and feet. And gently roll over to your right side. You can use your arm as a pillow. Take a moment to pause here. And then slowly press yourself up to a tall, comfortable seated position. And take a moment to pause once you're here. As you sit tall, feeling the crown of the head floating up. And notice how you feel after your practice. Any difference from when you first came in today? And then bring your hands together at the heart and tuck the chin. And thank yourself, acknowledge yourself for making this time for you, for your self-care, and for prioritizing your health and your well-being. May we take the benefits that we've cultivated in this practice, and may they trickle out into the rest of our day and the rest of our week. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. Namaste.